Good morning. I'm doing this video. It's inspired by our President Trump and his administration and their stance on transgender people. I'm wearing one of my hats that I made a few years ago. I was into making a lot of hats. It says, "Some people believe in politics. I believe in music." And I use the word I as E-Y-E. You know, play on words like Led Zeppelin. Sometimes there's a sign on the wall, but she wants to be sure, because you know sometimes words have two meanings. Anyway, this is called "I Blame Some Churches and Some Politicians in Straight America for Suicide Among Gays." Straight America, I am 63 years old, and you never really made me feel safe as a child to be whom I was. Having cerebral palsy was never my issue. Now I see President Trump wants the transgender issue of bathrooms up to the state. I saw on the TV show yesterday, The View, that 50% of transgender teens try to commit suicide. Many people love to use God or religion as a weapon. As children, we were told we were all God's children. Was that just a myth our elders told us? 50 years ago, a friend of mine was transgender when he was in middle school. One of the bravest people I knew back then. I admired them for their courage. I talked to my friend Jerry Shell, who was my counselor at the time and later became one of our vice principals at the high school. I talked about how difficult it must have been for this person. I believe it was about 1970. In 1960, I remember sitting in our living room in Rossmore, California. I remember I almost went up to my parents and told them I was gay, but I stopped myself. I figured they weren't ready for it, and I didn't want to hurt them. And after all, I was only 7 years old, and I thought I would wait till I was an adult, because surely people who believed in God understood about people who were gay. At age 11, in CCD class, I raised my hand and asked about men loving a man. I was in the 4th grade. Most kids at this age are 9 years old. The teacher quoted from the Bible, and the kids laughed at me. The two bullies in the back, I had to act quickly and say I was just goofing around with them. When I started regular school 3 years later, these two made my life a living hell for a few years, and everybody else in the 7th grade. One is deceased, and if I could talk the other one today, I would ask him why. But he is a lot older now, and hopefully he grew up years ago. I would like to give him the benefit that he had changed in a positive manner. I always like to try to look at the positive as time goes on. Many straight, normal people, because of religion, have often shamed gay people for who they are. That's why many times traditional religion sucks, because they use fear. Many Christians have given God a bad name and turned people off to God. If not for my interpretation of God and love of my family, I might have committed suicide years ago. I have tried to act happy, but inside I have felt alone and very alone at times, still today. I still do at times I still do straight America at times. You have never shown me a role model that was like me to look up to follow for an example. In the past, people said they would work with me and help me produce videos or things, but that never fucking happened. So at times I have to do this by myself and do videos. I do it not for fame or glory. Sure, at times I wish my efforts were recognized, but I also do it for those in pain and who are not strong enough or may harm themselves or even think of taking their lives. Shame on you, America, for making life more difficult for gay and transgender people. And many of you claim to believe in God, but many of you use God and hate to judge in His name. I am 63 years old, and I don't know how many more years I have on earth. But at least when I die, I know in my heart and in my soul I have tried to make a difference. Our world is in so much pain in 2017, and it's really hard to believe in one another like we once did. So a lot of times you may see me out in public or at church, and I may act happy because I hate to see people sad. But I wish that we could believe in one another and really trust in one another and make each other feel good daily. Micaiah Fowler is an actor on Speechless who plays an actor in real life has cerebral palsy. So I'm glad that America has come along to where we have a leading character on a TV show that has cerebral palsy. I've waited for that all my life. Maybe someday in the future they'll also show someone with cerebral palsy on a TV show who happens to also be gay. Well, I hope that our America gets their shit together because more kids are going to be in pain. More may even commit suicide. If you really claim to believe in God or love, we should do something to make this better, not worse, for the younger kids coming up. Thanks for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please share. Thank you. Have a good day.